Hi, I'm Melanie from Hardware Science, a program under House Smart, Ben Franklin Crafts, and Ace Stores. Today we'll be putting together PVC rocket launcher. And for today's project, you're going to need a pair of scissors. Okay, so we're going to bring the camera down so that you can see me putting together the project. Okay, so let's begin. So from your kit, you're going to need to grab 4 PVC parts and 1 cross piece. All right, so now we're going to place each PVC part into a hole from on the cross piece. You don't need to tighten it right now. You want it a little loose in case you need to fix something or take it off. We will tighten everything once we have all the pieces together. Okay, so now that we have each piece in the cross piece, now we're going to add the caps. So you should have 3 caps from your kit, and we're going to cover, of course, there's 3 caps, so we're going to cover 3 sides. Just like that. Again, we're not going to tighten it. We will tighten it a little bit later. Just make sure it's on securely enough so that it doesn't fall apart as you're putting this together. All right, so now we have our PVC pieces in the cross piece and our caps covering 3 of our PVC parts. Now we're going to grab our elbow. And now there's 2 types of elbow. We're actually going to use the elbow that does not have the threading or anything that's rigid in here. And there's also nothing on the top. You'll notice when I grab the other second elbow that there's going to be a little notch or knot sticking out. And we don't want that one. We want this one that's smooth all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add it to the part, the PVC piece that does not have any caps. All right, again, we're not going to make it tight. We're just going to loosen it on here, right here, just like that. Easy enough for us to move and take off. Okay, we'll tighten it a little bit later. All right, so now as we finish up our base, we are going to grab another PVC part and place it in this hole right here of the elbow. Again, not placing it too tight as we want to make sure everything is correctly placed in. All right, now we're going to add the next elbow. And this elbow has a little knot or a little nudge right here. And we have threading or I guess like ridges in here. So that's the piece that's actually going to be connected to our device that will be launching our rocket. Okay. So we want the smooth side, on the PVC piping. I'm going to place it just like that. We can place it like this for now. Okay, so now what we've just created is the base for which our rocket will be sitting on. Okay, so we're going to place this on the side. Okay, so now we're going to work on our device that's going to be launching our rocket. So you will need to grab your tubing that's attached to a cap and an elbow, and you're going to need to grab your the bottom part of a turkey baster. Okay, so now we're going to need to attach this to our cap, and it does take a little bit of some stretching of the bottom part of our turkey baster. Stretch it out to it's a little bit stretched so it's easier to place on. And when you place it on, it's best to angle it a little bit. And then you just kind of wiggle, jiggle a little bit. And it will go on. Okay, so now that we have our baster on top of our cap, you need to make sure that it's flushed right up against the top of the cap. And you can do this by using your thumb and finger and pushing your thumb up while pressing your finger down on the cap. So just so that it's flush right to the top of the cap. Okay, great. We're almost there. Now, to make sure it's securely on, because, you know, as we're continuously pressing, it might get loose or it may come off. So you're going to grab your two zip ties, and we're actually going to place these right on top of the top, right around this, and right on top of the turkey baster, the bottom part of the turkey baster. Okay, so now there's a correct way of placing the zip tie, and there's also the wrong way. So you know you have the wrong way when it doesn't lock. Okay, so we want to place it in here, and we're going to keep pulling until there's no more for me to push. Okay, so it's pretty much securely tightened on, right? And it actually locked, so that means I got it on the correct way. If it doesn't lock, that means you have to switch it and then place it in the hole again, and it should lock. All right, so we do have two, so we're going to go ahead and place the other one on top. So let's see, one on the bottom and one on the top. Okay, so now that you have your zip ties on, you can go ahead and use your scissors and cut off the tails of the zip tie. And if you want, because it is a little bit sharp, you can use tape, black tape, to tape it around, but you don't need to. Okay, you can use it exactly like this. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our base, our rocket launcher base, and then we are going to attach the device to the part that has the threading. That's the only place where you can actually put this on. So you're going to go ahead and place it in here, and you're going to twist it, screw it on. If you want, you can actually turn this so that it's easier for you to twist it on. And we want to actually keep this part loose. Okay, so we don't want it tight. We want it enough so that I can adjust it. Okay, because once you tighten it, it's very difficult to remove. So once you get it screwed on, you're going to turn it around. Okay, and now let's go ahead and tighten and push everything together so that it's airtight. We don't want air to get through. Okay, so it looks like our base is ready to launch a rocket. Okay, so in your kit, you have a bag that has a finished rocket, a completed rocket, and there's also instructions to make more. Right, so let's go ahead and take our rocket out, which is attached to a straw, which we will be connecting to our base using the final PVC piece. Okay, so we're going to attach it. You can attach it to here, or you can place it on here, either one. Okay, both works. So place it on here, and this one you can actually securely place it on, because that's our last piece. Put your straw on here, which will help launch our rocket. Then you're going to place your rocket on here, your finished rocket, and then we can go ahead and launch our rocket.